Taste the biscuit, taste the pain. 3 years running, second place again. We used to lead, now we just chase. Didn't even touch first this time, what a waste. Don't touch that soccer sauce. He's Limp Bizkit, smooth but still no boss. 5 years dry, no shiny prize, just pretty passes and Twitter cries. Taste the biscuit, taste the bluff. It's all clean boots, but not enough. Arteta talks like we're built to win, but silverware's allergic to the North London grin. We brought win a dog, but we lose even more. 3 times second, never the king. And this year, we didn't even lead a thing. Same TikTok reels, same post-match tears, same false dawns for 5 long years. From invincible pride to annual pain, we chase our tail like it's part of the game. Limp Bizkit fence, fans still cheer, but the empty cabinet echoes loud and clear. Taste the biscuit, taste the drought. We talk the loudest, but still missed out. Stinker and hooked. Taste the biscuit, taste the pain. 3 years running.
Second place again. Oh, what a banger. Absolute banger. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Because you guys know, during the summer, we're very consistent. We give you guys the energy. We give you guys the streams. We give you guys the conversations. So this is what we're here to do. And listen, we've spoken about Liverpool Football Club earlier. And don't worry, I got something cooking for Ashraf and Wolfie tomorrow, inshallah, for them doubting my Isak take. So now we're here to talk about all the other clubs. Because why not? Why should we sit here and just talk about our club? Sometimes let's talk about the other clubs. Nothing wrong in talking about the other clubs. You get me? That's the thing. So sometimes you have to talk about the other clubs because the bums deserve some respect. Well, not all of them are bums. You know, one guy in the back is actually a world champ. But yeah, the bums deserve respect. Bum lives matter. Big up Arsenal Football Club. Anyway, speaking of bums, joining us on the channel, you get me? Trevor Phillips from Wish, artist, rapper, booty clapper. Man like TJ is in the building. How you doing, TJ, mate?
That song is so dead. Like every single time you play that song at the beginning of your streams, your social capital just drops. Like people take you less and less serious. But I'm good, Hussam. I am not Trevor Phillips from Temu. I am the real Ricky Gervais, actually. So
you're nowhere near as funny.
I am funnier. Don't you worry about that. But
funnier than who?
What?
Funnier than who?
A lot of people. I don't need to name names.
True. You are funnier.
Come on. You think I got 1,800 subscribers by accident by being dry like you?
I think you're funnier than Dal.
Well, no, Dal's really funny though.
I think you're funnier.
Okay, well that's nice of you to say, but Dal's a regular comedian. But hey, you're welcome for coming on. Big up everybody. Big up the world champion in the back room, and of course big up the United fan in the back room as well. Let's get it going.
Let's go. Speaking of world champion, here to surf in the summer because the winter is finished. Hi Andrew, world champ. Oh, here we go. Watch this.
Yep. I'm world champion. That's what I do. you know what? I'm in a table by myself because no other clubs want everything. No one could chat to me. This table is mine. And, you know, I'm just. I had to put the shades on because the trophies are just, man, they're too bright. You know what I mean?
Okay, doing too much now. Doing too much.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is way too much.
I'm normally very humble, as you know, Hassan, but you know, world
Oh
champion.
yeah, you're very humble.
World champion status is just something that
Humble my ass.
You two can't relate to being world champions. So,
I actually can relate.
Huh? No, you can't.
Yes, I can because we won the world
Nope.
championship.
No, you can't. You can't relate to it.
Okay, I did my research.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You know why I did my research? Because Lewis was waffling about how like this is the new format and all that shit. I did my research. Watch. This is the answer, official answer.
Okay.
No. Winning the previous Club World Cup is not erased because of the new format. While FIFA has revamped the Club World Cup, expanding it to a 32-team tournament held every 4 years, they still recognize past winners of both the Club World Cup and the Intercontinental Cup as Club World Cup champions. In fact, FIFA formally recognized past Intercontinental Cup winners as official Club World champions back in 2007.
Yeah, but this Club World Cup carries more weight.
Sorry, they don't actually. FIFA
carries more weight high. We won the world. We were world champs. We wore the patch of world champs.
No, FIFA has said we are the only FIFA World Cup champions, and everyone previously that won it is the Intercontinental.
Yeah, and FIFA just said that the ones that have won it in the past is actually
we have won every trophy.
So you're an Intercontinental champion. So you're like a mid carder in WWE. That's what you
not
mean.
Intercontinental. First of all, you're not even a mid carder. You open up those. Like you don't even get to talk. You don't even get to talk. Like you're speaking to me from such a position like you're the biggest peasant.
Hey, literally respect.
Please. You talk to me.
Respect the
you know Chelsea are slowly taking over
the Intercounty
in London, and you're busy hating on me. Why are you hating on your red cousin? Huh? Is he more successful?
What?
No, because you're sitting there and I can't help myself.
Fair. You know, anyway, speaking of sitting there, we can't help myself.
I'm not gonna wear these all the time.
He's back from back-to-back dates. You get me? Now he's here. You get me? Sacramento boy. Red Cartel. How you doing, Shik, mate?
Hello, everyone. Big up to Hassan. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Surfer, World Cup champion. Big up to TJ, no champion.
Yeah, not a champion. You're right.
Wow. And yeah, Hassan, from now onwards, when you do introduce me, add like that SpongeBob thing, like 45 days later. Then, just add that next time, okay?
Just like Mbuemo, isn't
it? Just like Mbuemo, man. But yeah, good to be here. Thank you for having me on. Make sure you guys are running up the like, subscribing, of course. We're here to talk about every other club other than mine because my club doesn't do any business. So we're here. We're here.
Your club doesn't.
I've been told by certain areas of your fan base that you guys are going to beat us at Old Trafford.
You're in the wrong areas of my fan base.
With Gyokeres leading the line.
You're in the wrong areas of the fan base.
Okay, just making sure.
When you go to certain like cities and stuff, you shouldn't go to certain areas. You should go to the nice areas where it's everything is happening and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, that's what I would say.
That's fair.
Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are listening and liking the video. Exactly what Abdi has, my brother here, is saying. And actually, let's start with the dark areas first. Let's talk about your shitty little club, Shik. Like the video, chat. Subscribe to the channel. Also, just so you guys know, Shik TV is in the description. TJ Warren TV is in the description. Mancunian Way, Martin is coming here as well. And Casual FC are all in the description. Please go give them a subscribe. Speaking of, he's finally here. You get me? Just 3 hours later. Oh, God. Anyway, hi, Martin. You good, brother?
Wow.
Hi. Hi. You good?
I've got a message from the Newcastle fans.
What are they saying?
You're not buying Isaac. Stop trying.
Oh, your fans told me the same thing about Wirtz, and then they just disappeared from my channel.
Don't shout at me. I'm just
I'm just saying. That's what the City fans are saying.
I was talking about Liverpool and got shouted at.
Yeah. I ain't seen LB in a month. You get me? So
there's not to talk about. My club's done.
For you, not for me. I have a lot to talk about, brother.
We did our business 5 weeks ago. We're done.
You did all your business early. Fairs. Big up to Sandy who says Rodrygo, Isak, Salah, Wirtz from David and Go. I have tears. Yeah, we don't even have to go that far. You get me? There's no need to say from David and Go. Just say from Darwin Nunes.
I think Ngo's like 15 years ago, man. Move on from Ngo, man. Seriously, you know what I mean?
Yeah, David and Go. But he actually scored
Yes.
a great goal against Man United. To steal
Yeah.
it in front of the cup. David and Go.
It was,
Liverpool win.
that was, I think he was the first striker.
That was the last time United was actually good. That's crazy.
Wasn't he the first striker that Hodgson ever picked in his first ever lineup for Liverpool? Wasn't he against Arsenal or something? He was like...
Anyway, we don't need to talk about City for now. Let's talk about the smallest club in Manchester currently, Manchester United. So, Cheek, you get me? You only got the Mbuemo Bomba like 300 years ago. Still, he hasn't
True.
signed.
Mhm.
No real activity right now in the United end. How do you feel about your football club right now?
Really? That's the question? How do I feel about my football club right now? Is that how we're
Might be here
starting?
for an hour.
How am
Yeah,
I
you
supposed
want
to-
to just make this the entire United show? Because I can go on for days about how I
Look,
feel
you
about
not take as long as your negotiations.
Hey, I was
for
thinking, you know
Bremer.
what? Let's
No,
get
no,
the United
seriously.
shit out the
Come on.
way. Nice little 10-minute, 15-minute segment, and then we move on.
Yeah, I've said it numerous times on this channel, on other people's channels. Our club isn't serious, man. I mean, it's taking 45 days to get one player in when we still have a lot of other work to do. I don't know what more to tell you. It's just, apparently, if people didn't know, we heard today from David Ornstein that we're still millions away from some sort of valuation, some sort of agreement. So what discussion is being taken every single day, I have no idea. I gave a little theory of, I think United, like we message Brentford, whoever the representatives are, and we tell them, hey, like this is the price that we want to give you. Brentford say no. We say, okay, I'll call you again tomorrow. And I'll ask you if things change tomorrow. And then that's what we do. Then we call them again tomorrow. Hey, here I am again. Will this much work? They said no. And then we're like, okay, cool. I'll talk to you when you're feeling a little bit better and you're not in a bad mood. And then that's just what's been happening in the past couple of weeks. I mean, 7 weeks it's taking for negotiations currently at this moment. Shout out to Rance. I think he made a pretty good point. I think in terms of both clubs, like on a serious note, I think things have changed in the middle of these 7 weeks. I think there was maybe some sort of agreement in the beginning. Maybe Brentford told Manchester United that, okay, if you can reach this number, this valuation, we will be willing to let the player go. Obviously, in between, the Cunha deal did happen. Well, Cunha deal happened a while ago, but the Cunha thing just, raised some eyebrows for them. There's also Elanga deal, which happened where we were getting money from it. There was Kudus that happened, obviously 55 million for him to Tottenham Hotspur. So there's a lot of things maybe that happened in between where people are like, okay, people at Brentford are like, okay, maybe we should try to penny pinch a little bit more. Maybe we should try to ask a little bit more money from them because of all of these things that are happening. And I think from us too, to a certain extent, I don't know what actually happened for them to think this, but maybe United are thinking, okay, if it's going on for this long, there will maybe come a time where Mbuemo is going to try to force his way out. He's not going to show up to training. He's going to do all those type of things where he just doesn't want to be there. Clearly, he's given the priority to us. So maybe it might be that type of thing where they're like, okay, if Mbuemo does end up doing that, then Brentford are going to they're going to have to play their hand, and they're going to have to accept whatever we do eventually offer them. So I think a mix of all of those things together is maybe why it is taking 7 weeks, almost like 45 days to get this deal done. Again, I do want to reiterate, I do think this deal does get done, and I think maybe sooner than enough. I've been saying this for the past 7 weeks, but I think this deal does get done eventually. Why it's taking so long, again, I couldn't tell you. But the real issue is that, okay, we get this deal done. What do we do after? Because we're very, very close to preseason. We're just a week away. We're very close to the season itself. We have a lot of other issues at the club currently too. For example, Onana just got injured, so he's out for 6 to 7 weeks as well with a hamstring injury. Very, very funny that this club and the fan base now all of a sudden think we need a goalkeeper because one of our players went injured, not considering the fact that he had a shit season and shit season before that as well. But now all of a sudden a goalkeeper is injured. Oh yeah, we need a goalkeeper now. We need to get a goalkeeper. So we have to go out there and try to get a goalkeeper now too. I think we heard Emi Martinez links today. I'm not sure how true they are, but yeah, that's something that I guess we're going to try to get. We still need a striker. We still need midfielders. We still need a lot of things. We still need to get a lot of these players gone too. Rashford and Garnacho are back to training, not training with the squad, but they're training away from the squad. I think when the first team leaves, that's when they show up and they just go on the pitch and run around. Something that they do anyways on the pit in our games and stuff as well. But yeah, I think in terms of our club, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to be back in 2 years. We're going to do this.
Before I get the rest of the guys stuck in, just tell me, like, on a real. Of course, it can't all be bad and shit.
Yeah.
Where do United go from here? Like, honestly, where do United go from here?
You're talking about this season or just a couple of years?
Short-term future, long-term future. Like, what's the light at the end of the tunnel?
Short-term future, Ruben Amorim gets sacked. We try to get in. We try to get.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well.
short-term future, Ruben Amorim gets sacked by November or by December, because currently it doesn't look like they want to back him. So everyone who was talking about, wait until the club backs Ruben Amorim, wait until they get him his players, quote unquote, these are not his players. These are not signings that you look at Ruben Amorim and be like, oh yeah, he fits in that system. These are just proven players, talented players. So we're looking at
Stupinian as an example, who could play left wing back.
I think, yeah, Stupinian, I'm not sure how. Again, I don't know how concrete those links are. In terms of Estupiñán, I'll just talk a little bit about him. I think he's a good player, but he has a terrible injury record. So it's going to be a situation, again, where Estupiñán's probably not going to play as much as we would like him to play. But yeah, like in terms of the season itself and the players, right? Like, these are not Ruben Amorim's players, quote unquote. These are more so club signings. And even it's only been one player that's come in through the club, if we're not counting that Diego Leon guy, but there's only really been one player that's come into the club, which is Cunha. And other than that, it doesn't look like they're looking to back him. So you told this manager it's now or never when you wanted to get him last season. You told us in January, and you pretty much told the manager that we can't get you more players because we're looking to sell. You're not in active talks to sell any of these players. You're not in active talks to sign any players. And then eventually, when the results go wrong, which they most likely will, just from our first 5 games, we play 3 top 6 teams. Everyone's talking about, we play Arsenal. Gyokeres is going to be there. You think Gyokeres doesn't have a point to prove against Ruben Amorim in that first game of the season? Definitely he does. And then in a couple of weeks, we play Manchester City at the Etihad. We have a Ryan Cherky who says he wants to kill us. He wants to kill Manchester United. He literally already said this already. And then we have a Chelsea team which are World Cup champions, who are going to come to Old Trafford, and they might actually get a result this time, which I've been saying for the past couple of years too. But they might actually get a result this time. So that's possible 3 points out of the first 15. And then here comes that negativity. Here comes that talk. Here comes that stuff from the fan base, where they're going to push Wilcox to make a decision. And what is he going to do? He's probably going to sack Ruben Amorim. Then I can see this stupid board go out there and get a back 4 manager with a bunch of back 3 players if we do sign some, and then everyone's going to sit there and complain, why do we have back 3 players? Why do we have players not in the right system? Let's go out and get players for the right system, instead of just getting an interim manager, reset, all of that type of stuff. This is just really it. People want to say that I'm negative and all that type of stuff. I'm not negative. This is just the reality of what our club is. This is how we're moving. What evidence do you have to suggest? Anybody who's saying that I'm trying to be negative and I'm trying to, be too harsh on Ineos or whatever. What evidence do you have to give to me, to bring up to the table, to suggest that we can actually turn things around? This was the best opportunity for us to turn things around. We finished 15th last year. I say this in every single stream. I ask all the panelists, did we finish 15th last year? Did we? Because it doesn't look like we're moving like a club that did finish 15th. And this is really just what we're stuck with. And short-term future, I see him getting sacked. I don't really see him getting until the end of the season. Then we go from there.
Buying him all his players then.
That's the thing, though, is that we're not buying him. We're not buying, quote unquote, his players. We're buying these 2 guys that we've been linked with are just proven talent who could play possibly in both systems. Like Mbuemo can play as a right winger, Cunha can play as a left winger, or like a false 9, or play as a 10 as well. So I don't think it's quote unquote his signings. But then again, this just goes back to Ineos, is that you're supposed to back him. You're supposed to get him players, whether his signings or not. Back the guy, because as much as I don't really rate him that much, I don't think it's fair for you guys to tell him it's now or never. You have to join the club, to treat him this way, to eventually sack him when things go wrong anyways. So I just don't get that. And this is how our club's moving. We have Omar Barada talking about by 2028 we're looking to challenge and we're looking to do this and we're looking to that. All talk, man. Like these guys are they're very PR heavy. They like to look like the right people in front of the media's eyes, in front of the fan base, in front of all of that type of stuff. That's what they like to do. That's why they didn't want this whole Amazon thing to come out. And I've been saying this. They don't want the world to see how bad our club is run. And that's why they said no to this Amazon, the whole like series or whatever, because they don't want to show the world how terrible our club is being run currently at this moment. They don't want to have all those type of discussions because we know how it's that those series are. You're going to speak to Levy, like for the Tottenham one, they spoke to Levy. They had, for the Arsenal one, they had, Kroenkes and all those people around. They don't want to show all these things. And this is the honest truth because they're a bunch of cowards and they don't know how to run a football club. And this is what happened. I told everyone when you're pre-pause, when you're in the bed with the Glazers, this is what you're going to expect. These guys love pillow talking to the Glazers. Eventually, they're gonna still go through what the Glazers go through, and yeah, this is just the reality of it. So I've been saying this. I've accepted this, Hassan. To be honest, I've accepted it. There's a good saying out there that people probably know: expect disappointment, and you will not get disappointed. And that's what I do.
I want everyone to.
Why do football YouTubers all follow one another like sheep rather than do your own homework? Just gaslighting titles to get traction and views. Over half the stories don't play out as it's false news. Number one, YouTube only allows you 100 characters for a title. Number two, we're only here to discuss and report the news. Just like we did when we were growing up, the world of football is the world of what ifs. Where is Rodrygo going? Could Chelsea contend next season? Is Gyokeres to Arsenal happening? Mbuemo still hasn't joined. What the fuck you want me to write in the title? Like, if I were to only do streams based on here we goes, I'd have done 4 streams from the start of the window. So just allow it.
We've done one.
Have a conversation, brother. That's it. Join in the conversation instead of being a petty little bitch. Anyway, go ahead, Andy.
I was just going to say, these negotiations have taken so long that I was in hospital for 2.5 weeks, and now I've been out of hospital for 2.5 weeks, and they're still going on.
The entire Club World Cup happened. The entire Club World Cup happened.
Yeah. Listen, I can understand Brentford's side of it. They're seeing the prices of other players that didn't have good seasons, like Mbuemo last season, scoring 20 goals and stuff like that. I don't know what your last bid was. Was it under 60 or was it 60?
Yeah, I think it was 55 plus 10.
Yeah, and I think they looked at that and they looked at other deals going around going, nah, do you know what I mean? We want at least a region that gets to at least 70 million, whether that's 65 plus 5.
Andrew, do you know what makes it worse is Newcastle have signed their alternative player in the meantime that they moved away from.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. You know what's another crazy thing? Brentford are lining up their replacement currently at this moment in Omari Hutchinson. They're also doing that sort of business currently at this moment, which still, I think that's why there's more things to suggest that this deal does get done. But what's going to happen is we had all these negotiations for 7 weeks. We're going to eventually end up paying what Brentford want. So what is the point of it?
Why are you only doing one deal at a time?
I don't get that.
No, that was going to be my next. That was going to be my next comment.
I will tell you why, because I know exactly why.
Go on.
Because you have Omar Barada, and that is what Omar Barada does. Trust me, I have seen Omar Barada for many, many years, and he can only do one deal at a time.
It's mad.
That's what he does. And also, Omar Barada will play it all out in the media, which is what has happened with United. United used to be a very well-guarded club that kept things secret and didn't let things out. Omar Barada is best friends with David Ornstein. And since he's gone there, you noticed everyone's suddenly got all the info on what goes on at United and inside the dressing room, because that's what Barada does. So well done to Project Destroy Your Neighbours, because that's what City have done, sending Omar Barada over to United. It's been a masterclass. Well done. We've done it. It doesn't surprise me, because United have believed, and I think me and Hussam have talked about this, they believed all the Kool-Aid on Ineos
Mm-hmm.
and everything else. When the last time
Yep.
I checked in the business world, the majority shareholder is the guy in charge of the football club, not the guy who's got the minor shares.
Yeah.
But they believed all the Kool-Aid and all the hype, and the Glazers have played this like an absolute dream.
And they can't get blamed.
And
Yeah,
they
they can't
won't
get blamed.
blamed for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
this is exactly what's happened. Like,
I
just
think
look at how
I have a completely different
what's the
opinion on Man
alternative
United.
if he doesn't sign?
I have a completely different opinion on Man United.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
boy.
gonna drop the bomba.
Come on.
I think one of Man United or Spurs is gonna get 5th next season, and they're gonna shock the world.
No, they're not.
I believe one of these two shit institutions is gonna get it
I
together.
think Spurs will get it before
Yeah,
Spurs
okay,
will
so
before-
let me
But
ask
you-
you.
but
No,
you
let me
say
ask
that. Yeah,
a question to that.
Let's just acknowledge the facts. Spurs are playing 2 games a week, and in the Champions League.
True.
Now, if Spurs get knocked
Yeah,
out,
but
the
they're
group
buying.
stage-
But yeah, but they're buying players, Husam.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
agree,
So let me
I
ask you a
agree.
question
But
to that,
if-
Hussam. Who
hear
do
me
you
out,
think?
hear me out.
Okay.
If Spurs get knocked out the Champions League group stages, so they get
Yeah.
grouped, right? So let's say they get grouped, they get knocked out.
Yeah.
Then your answer of Spurs could finish in the 5th, I hear. Because I think as things stand, these are the teams we 100%, and I'm talking about like 100%, even at their worst, we know are going to finish above United. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea. Those 4 clubs we know for a fact. Now that 5th spot, people will come here and say shit like, Newcastle have been in the Champions League, got knocked out of it anyway. They couldn't qualify again. You know, the likes of Aston Villa now have Europa League football, and we all know Emery loves the Europa League. You know, and the other clubs are involved in Europe. Brighton will always like be there and thereabouts, but never eventually get over the line. So I think one of United or Spurs has a chance, and we know about momentum in the Premier League. Like there is nothing stopping Man United playing 1 game a week, you know, from getting what? Like, how? Okay, let me just actually check something. So you look at the Premier League table this season. How many points did Chelsea finish on?
69. 69. I think it was.
So the
69.
clubs that got 5th place finished on 66 points.
Yeah.
20 wins out of 38.
Mm.
That's it. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing.
I
crazy.
think it all depends if they get Mbuemo though. They have to get Mbuemo though for you to.
The problem is, Mbuemo already said he wants Man United, and it's.
I know
public
he wants. I know
information.
he wants Man United, but I also don't think he's a guy who'll kick up the fuss at Brentford. I think he'll. If it
That's what
doesn't
people
work
said
out,
about Isak. Watch who's saying the
I
news.
think he will. I honestly
Who's
think
saying the
there
news?
might come,
Fabrizio.
there
Means
might
it's
come a
saying
point
the
where
news.
he might. Do I see him expecting to show up in training and stuff like that originally? Sure. But I think eventually it will come to a point where
Send me the
he's
bomba.
just going to want to leave. I don't think that helps us, to be honest. Like I said, maybe those are possibilities of what happens. But I don't think that helps us at all in terms of negotiations. Okay, so you're just going to wait until a player starts, you know, forcing himself out in order to get the deal done.
there's no
Like,
bomber
that's-
from Ornstein.
Where the fuck
Yeah,
do you say that?
these guys are just
These
yeah,
guys are
totally.
being pricks. There's nothing.
No,
going on.
But so,
sometimes it's
Hassam, I
Fabrizio.
wanted to ask you. So you do say, which I don't think is crazy, also because we've had this conversation before. You did say, I think on A-listers maybe 2 weeks ago or last week, that you think Spurs or Man United, one of us, could get into the
Yes,
top
I think
5.
one
And I
will
know
find
why
a
you
way.
said for us because we are playing 1 game a week, and we've seen times in like teams in the past have 1 game a week and actually do well. But currently at this moment, who do you think is more likely to be in that spot? It's not us. I don't think it is. Spurs are
I don't
signing.
see-
My brother.
Look, I'll
I
tell
don't-
you. Spurs are signing. Spurs have signed 2. Whoa, Morgan Gibbs White's not done yet. But
Okay,
if they do
Spurs
end up
are
getting Spurs
acting
through the line,
more like a club. that
Spurs also
can
have a
at
new
this
manager,
moment in
and they have
time,
Thomas
but-
Frank as well.
Yeah, I don't
which
rate
is-
Thomas Frank. I don't think
Whether you
Thomas
don't rate
Frank
him or
can-
not, a lot of the
I don't
problems that
think
they
he's
had
better than
last
Amorim.
year. A lot of the problems, okay, that's fine. A lot of the problems that they had last year was to do a lot with Ange's system and how they were playing injuries, all of those type of things, playing the high line, Van de Ven getting injured all the time, Romero getting injured, all these players getting injured. It's a completely different thing now with Thomas
Hey,
Frank. He's gonna
Can
play.
I?
Yeah.
I want to ask Shik a question because
Yeah.
what we just heard from Husam was complete waffle. Like let's be real. And I'm not trying to trash Husam on his own channel, but like what has meaningfully has United done other than the links to Mbuemo and Cunha
That's
to
what I'm
make
saying.
you think that they are going to finish any different? And look, Europa League was not United's problem last season. It was the
What did
league.
you read? What did you read?
What did you read? What is going on? Why is he pulling his hair out?
Okay, everyone. Be quiet, please.
It's
The
Sesko.
striker position, the message they always got from people close to Newcastle was not for sale. We don't want to sell the player. We trust Alexander Isak. He has to be the face of our project in Champions League next season. So they got doors closed. But Liverpool always wanted to try, and now have presented their idea of proposal to Newcastle. Liverpool told Newcastle that they are ready to offer £120 million, a record fee for Alexander Isak. What I'm told is also that the player didn't close the doors to Liverpool. So the player didn't stop Liverpool from doing that. The player is still in conversations with Newcastle because they want to offer him a new contract. We know that. So Newcastle really hope to advance on that one. But the player didn't stop Liverpool. The player didn't say no to Liverpool. The player seems to be open to the move. So it's now
It doesn't matter if the club
doesn't
is
mean
going to
anything.
sell him. Doesn't mean a thing.
The player seems to be open to the move. TJ. Martin will tell you. Not him. Other City fans are saying the same shit during Wirtz. Shall I play you what fucking LB was saying?
Oh no,
Dude, how about-
no.
How did that
He just
go?
said
How did that go?
Isak
How did that
is
go with
open to the
Zubimendi
move.
last?
I don't want to
season, by
start
the
the
way?
little 2-2 on the Ryanair stuff again. Let's not
He
do that
also-
again.
Yeah,
He
that's
also- but
insane.
He also
Open to the
said,
move, mate.
but he also said he's talking to Newcastle about
Have a look
staying.
at that guy. Hey.
No,
he
you know
also-
what Isak's doing? Isak's playing everyone off.
Yeah, he also said he's talking to Newcastle about signing a new contract to Sam in the same sentence.
Yeah. I'm sure he would. He dreamt of being the next Shola Amiobi.
It's
Let
not,
me read these super chats. And then
Listen,
we're gonna-
I want to have a chat about your FFP, mate. If you're doing all this, let's have a chat about
Martin,
your
you're a
FFP.
smart man. We literally made £80 million profit just last summer, brother. Like, someone actually came out and said after Isak, Liverpool are still capable of spending 200 million without breaking rules, because we've spent fuck all for like 3 years. So hey, fairs, they're bringing out all the money one summer. Let's go. Isak and Rodrygo incoming. A tear is rolling down my leg. Hey, check if it's a tear or not. I don't think tears roll down the legs, mate. It might be something else. And guess
You
what?
better
I
win the league
understand.
then. You better win the league.
So,
So we're done. I want you to be all slot out if he doesn't win this league.
oh,
Then.
no, it's League and Champions League. That's
Yeah,
what-
you
it's League
better be
and
winning these doubles,
Yep.
trebles.
Trebles.
Don't worry,
Undefeated.
we're gonna win league and UCL.
Yeah,
big up-
undefeated.
I want to see you shake your bum shakes for United. That's what Fonzie's saying. Nice wordplay there. That's actually
Well
a
done.
I like-
semi-decent joke.
Well done.
Your level is still higher, but you're a bum. Big up to Dale. Thank you, Dale, for the super chat. United is the duck that walks up to the lemonade stand. There you are. There you are. I don't even understand what that means, but United is the duck made me laugh. So, yeah. Anyway, 900 people in the building. Shiver me timbers. Who gives a fuck about Esteval? 900 people in the building. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Please go subscribe to all these guys' channels as well. It's in the description. We have $1 million question now. Rodrygo. Where is Rodrygo headed, Mr. TJ Warren? I'll start off with you before we open up the floor for the rest of the guys. Where do you think is Rodrygo going?
Not Arsenal. We could say that for a fact. I think our major business will be concluded once we lock up Gyokeres. I love the depth signings that we have coming in. Mascara is a great Norgard, good depth signings. Obviously, they don't walk into the starting 11, but they secure our bench, so we're not having to rely on I don't know Jakub Kiwior in the big games of the season. Or any other academy kid. But yeah, Rodrygo, I'm not going to get too far into the Arsenal, but Rodrygo, if we were serious about getting Rodrygo, you would have heard links and strong links by now. And there's really nothing, coming out from Fabrizio or anything that's serious from it. Like I think I read today that Liverpool are more linked to Rodrygo at this point than Arsenal are. So, is it disappointing? Yeah, because we still have a gap to fill on that left side. But, I think Rodrygo either stays or goes to another Spanish team, to be honest with you. If he goes to Liverpool, then the league is done, in my opinion. But it is what it is. I don't know who else is targeting him, to be completely honest with you.
You still have hope for the league?
Do I? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. With Gyokeres up top?
Let's combine two sections together, because I think this is very interesting conversation to have.
I think we're in the mix for sure.
Okay, no problem. Guys, like and subscribe. This section just went from Rodrygo to Rodrygo, Arsenal, and Chelsea. Now we're gonna have all hell break loose on this stream now. I want to know something. Are you 100% confident you're gonna finish above Chelsea this season?
Yes, I am. Here's why. They are not playing in the Conference League anymore. They're playing in the Champions League now. And that is a whole different level of competitions. And I think, Joao Pedro is not going to be the biggest difference maker between, Chelsea finishing above Arsenal and competing in the Champions League at the same time. I think the business that Arsenal has done, given the holes that we've needed to plug, it's still enough to keep us above Chelsea. Do I think we're going to win the league? I don't think we're quite there yet. I think we need an Eze across the line. I think we need to get Gyokeres in the actual sweater, and then we'll take it from there. But we've been in the Champions League the last 2 seasons with weaker squads and made the quarterfinal, made the quarterfinal, made a semifinal, and got second 3 years in a row. So now that we're actually moving like a serious club, if we bring in and if we bring in an Eze, that'll make me even more comfortable with that statement. But right now, Chelsea are very good. Chelsea, I think we can all say it, are a better tournament team than Arsenal will ever hope to be. I think we can definitely say that. And that's as much as I'm going to be able to compliment my rivals. But when it comes to league play, I don't think Chelsea and Maresca are quite there yet.
My target is not Arsenal; it's Liverpool. They're the standard bearer. So I think we can challenge and challenge in the Champions League as well.
I think you're more likely to win the Champions League, to be honest.
I agree. I think there's a better chance in the Champions League because of the draw you could get and stuff like we saw at PSG. They finished in the playoffs and look at I know they played all Premier League teams and stuff like that, but
yeah,
it's like that. But that's why I don't want Chelsea fans to focus on Arsenal, because Arsenal aren't the standard of the league. It's whoever wins the league is the standard of the league. So I want to target Liverpool. Liverpool are the standard of the league, and that's what all teams should be targeting. They should be targeting Liverpool, the standard of the league. So I want to challenge. I don't want a January, February drop-off challenge. I want to challenge. I think we can challenge, because we always said that during the banter 2 years, don't give this team a taste of winning things, because they just might like it. They just might like winning things. And I think my biggest, I think all the top four teams, I think they have great strengths, and I think they have big weaknesses in all 4 teams. I don't think every team is complete. But I think if we get a goalkeeper, the biggest weakness with Chelsea is the goalkeeper, obviously. I know he had a great game in the final, but that's like a performance I put by itself out of the entire season. do you know what I mean? It's like he used up all his luck in that. And I know he played well. There was one really good save. The rest were decent, and he had good distribution. But I think we can challenge. I still would like to add another winger, stroke number 10, because more goals, because we need to be more clinical. But I think we can challenge. I want to challenge. So I have no issues with that. And like I said, Liverpool should.
Where
be
do you think Rodrygo ends up, Andrew, from the outside looking in?
Well, it's noticeable that you turned down Bayern Munich's bid, didn't you, for Diaz today?
But I think that's because we want more money. And Bayern are taking the piss.
You want 100 million.
I understand that, yeah.
But I don't think. Listen, guys. When here's the thing. I don't think
everyone says 100 million.
No, I know you're gonna start from top to bottom. Like, you're obviously gonna put the highest one out there and then negotiate down. Yeah, you're gonna try to negotiate down. But I think I know what Surfer's trying to say. Like, Bayern Munich might go in for Rodrygo too, because they're looking for a left winger.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah. I wouldn't be. I don't know what Martin thinks. I don't know.
What the fuck are we going to sign Rodrygo and Isak at the same time? Where are we going with this?
I don't know.
I don't think you're going to sign Rodrygo and Isak at the same time.
Yeah, but that's the report. Let me tell you the report. This is from Eduardo Burgos, which is a reliable journalist to an extent. Liverpool will do everything possible to make a move for Rodrygo. The first step has been already taken. They will send an agent to the Spanish capital in the coming days or weeks to start official talks. And some people are reporting that they're actually ahead of Arsenal for the player.
I don't think.
Actually,
Like,
this is the same guy.
But
The
how
same
are-
guy. Here we go. Eduardo. This Eduardo Burgos guy, who is a journalist in AS, which is a Spanish newspaper. Liverpool are ahead of Arsenal for Rodrygo. He said that.
I think Arsenal have dropped out of the race for him because I think they're going to go for Eze and that's it after Gyokeres. I think that's it because I think you've got Madueke and Eze in. You're going to get them in. Gyokeres is going to come in, I think, and I think that's going to be it for Arsenal. I don't think you're going to go for Rodrygo. I never thought you would go for Rodrygo unless you.
We were never.
You don't spend. Sorry, you don't spend £52 million on Madueke and then tell me you're going to go for Rodrygo.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Too.
You just don't do that.
You could use that money for Rodrygo, but the moment they signed Madueke, I knew that they're not going to go for Rodrygo.
But I'm like, I don't know about Martin. Are you? Obviously, you know more about. Are you surprised your club's not linked to Martin Rodrygo?
We have been linked with him, but the trouble.
I mean, more like
concrete
more
really
concrete.
No, because we've got Bob,
Right.
Turkey, Foden, Doku, Semenyo,
Marmoush as well. Never forget.
We've got Mamouche as well. It's the problem. This is. See, I'm having this fight in my own fan base at the minute. Everyone, Sam will laugh at this, but if I mention FIFA one more time with everyone, people think you can.
Who? Sorry.
If I mention FIFA one more time, I'm going to scream. People think you can just buy a player. That player doesn't work for 3 months. Replace him and go and get another one. This is crazy at the minute. Is for us to get Mamouche when we did was like amazing. For me, I think the Mamouche signing has gone so under the radar. Just by the way, in world football, I think that's gone under the radar.
It's a great sign.
I would listen. Would I like Rodrygo? Yes. Is that a luxury? I don't want Rodrygo at the expense of kicking somebody else out. And it's all right. I get it off Hamza that, Mamouche is going to the AFCON for 6 weeks. So what do? I say to Rodrygo, come in on $300,000 a week for 6 weeks for football.
Yeah, Rodrygo, you're going to play 6 weeks.
This is what I mean. We've just seen it today.
That's a comment for 6 weeks.
You've got 31 players. I don't want to buy anyone at the minute. My interest is getting the squad down. I need to get this squad down.
Martin, I want to ask you a question as well. As a City fan right now, you're going to challenge for the league. Whether you win it or not, we'll see during the season. Who worries you more, Arsenal or Chelsea?
Oh, I'm still going to say Arsenal. I'll explain why. I need to see how Chelsea react to this Club World Cup. Yeah. Chelsea have been magnificent. But the trouble is they're literally going to have 2 weeks rest in the back.
Yeah, good point.
What you may find with Chelsea is, and listen, I may be very different. Chelsea may start the season with momentum and a house on fire. Let's hit November and let's see where they're going to start going, because that's when it may have start affecting them. Because I'll be honest, I am one of these fans where I was glad we went out the Club World Cup.
Right.
I was glad because we had 4 weeks damn rest where we can just get out, rest. Because let's be honest, some of these players haven't had a rest in 5 years. I want them to have a rest. Because the one thing I think this season is going to be is a marathon. This is, I don't want to hear anyone saying they won the league in October. This is going to be
this is a marathon.
Race. This is going to be a rat race for 9 months.
Unless Liverpool sign Isak and Rodrygo, then you're all screwed, I'll be honest.
But you have to hope they click.
Come on.
No, because I will say this. I will say this, Mo. Sam. Mo, calling you Mo.
Oh, Mo. Oh. Oh, okay, Nobbins, gone.
At least you didn't call me LB. No.
I'm only a foot taller than Mo. Go
on. It is Will Salah be the same Salah?
That's the whole point of signing Isak. I don't need him to be the same
Salah. No. I agree. But I'll be honest with you, Wirtz and Isak, because the one thing I'm more scared about Wirtz and Isak in a year or two than I am right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you know who I am. You know who I am, or something. I'm one of them of a year, get them in, settle. I always give players a year to settle. I'd be more scared if they come in and hit straight away.
Mm.
I know in 12 months' time, once you've got them settled, then it is game over for a few years.
Can I give you my opinion on those two clubs? Because me and you know we're going to challenge for the league. So let's talk. As a matter of fact, let me put these London bums next to each other. Let me just
London,
say
please. Put Shik on the bottom. Man.
I have two bombas.
Yo, why you say
I have
fuck me
two
for?
bombas. Let me drop the bomba. Number one, I've said this one already, so I'll just repeat it. I think Joao Pedro will have a bigger impact than Victor Gyokeres.
Okay, clip that.
Number two, I think Chelsea finish above Arsenal this year.
Now put me back up. Now put me back up in the Shik.
I'll be honest with you.
I have a different take.
That's actually
when I get
an
my chance, I will-
insane
I have a different
take.
take. I have a different take, but
We've
I
got
will speak
Gyokeres.
when I
If
do.
they'd have got Sesko, like we said a couple of weeks back,
Yeah.
I'd have been with you. They got Gyokeres. They actually went and got the actual better strike. They went
Okay,
and got
you're
the better
correct.
strike.
Gyokeres will 100%, I'm guaranteeing it right now, will score more goals than Joao Pedro, 100%.
Yes.
But Joao Pedro is the type of striker. I wanted him at Liverpool. I called him Firmino Regen. Because I think he's the type of player that makes people around him better. So so let's say Joao Pedro plays in the 9, right? Automatically, the left winger and the right winger are going to have a lot more chances to score goals. So if you play a Palmer right wing with someone like Joao Pedro down the middle and someone on the left, like, see, this is where Chelsea are fucking idiots. Chelsea need to go sign Lookman now. Or sign someone like that. They need to sign a goal-scoring left winger. But
that's what I said. And that's what I said. We need to sign another.
Yeah. By the way, even Fabrizio said Chelsea ain't done. If Chelsea go sign someone like that on the left-hand side, I fully believe. Okay, do Chelsea have a better midfield than Arsenal? Yes.
Yes.
Do Chelsea have a better defense than Arsenal? No.
No.
Do they have a better keeper than Arsenal?
No.
That's why now it's essentially midfield and attack versus defense and keeper. In terms of who has the better team.
Who has a better attack? Who has a better
Gyokeres and Saka, no problem. But now we've got Pedro and Palmer. So now you have to look at who the left winger is. If Arsenal get Eze, I might track back on the take. And I might go like, okay, maybe Arsenal still are a bit better. But here's the leveler. Maresca versus Arteta. Who's going to be the guy this season? Do Arsenal players just want a new fucking voice? Have we ever thought about this? Like, do Arsenal players just need a new voice in the dressing room? Someone to, like, give them different ideas, different tactics, something different. I feel like, if, like, the reason why we won the league this season is because we had Arne Slot. Because the players have received different information, different tactics, different styles. And I think it helped the players this season to have a new voice. I think if Klopp stayed now, I changed my opinion on this. I do believe if Klopp stayed, maybe we wouldn't have won the league this season because I do believe the players need.
But now they've also won something with Slot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the voices is easy to take like straight away. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to no matter what you think of the trophies and stuff like that. These guys have won something with Maresca now. Do you know what I mean? It's more of a bonding thing. Do you know what I mean in terms of that? And I don't know if it's going to be a left wing thing, Sam, or it's going to be like a Morgan Rogers type or something like that to add goals or something. But I believe, because I don't know I have no idea what Gittins is going to be like. I'm not going to rest everything on Gittins because we create a lot of chances, but we're not clinical. And I'd rather have another. Pedro Neto is good, but his goal scoring is not up there. He'll score the odd goal here and there. He'd have to.
If Pedro Neto is Chelsea starting left winger, then take the take I just said and put it in the trash.
He's good.
I think Martinelli is better than Pedro Neto. I'm gonna be honest with you. Pedro Neto had such a shit season.
I think they're the same level. They're the same level.
season.
They're the same level, and I think Neto would be a little bit better.
I think Martinelli is Garnacho's level, and Garnacho.
No, he's not that bad.
Level.
He's not that bad.
You went too
Past 2
far.
seasons he has.
Martinelli understands what an overlap is. The Argentinian Ellen DeGeneres has no idea what that is. He can't even recognize it on the left. Like, this guy is so bad. And the fact, they're on the same level, but again, I would rather have Martinelli 1,000 times over.
And also, Chelsea fans, if you sign Garnacho, like, I promise you, I'm not going to do any more Chelsea.
I'm not. No,
I'm done with you guys.
If we sign Garnacho as a thing, then I'm.
Yeah, it's over. No. So can I ask a question? We're talking like I don't think we're talking about the goalkeeper position enough because Sanchez was so bad last season, and I agree with Surfer that I think the game against PSG was a flash in the pan. He played great, had a one really good save and a couple other ones that weren't so difficult. But I think that's a flash in the pan. His ball distribution is still freaking terrible. I don't think he has control of his box at all, and he cost you guys how many points last season? At least 9 to 12 just based off of his mistakes alone.
I think he was up there. And this wasn't just goalkeepers. I think he was up there in overall players as mistake leading to goals.
Yes.
Not just as goalkeeper, but that's what I said in the thing. I said, thank you, Bobby Sanchez, because that wasn't Robert Sanchez in goal on Sunday. It was Bobby. That's a great farewell performance. I need another goalkeeper because there's no goal. I'm not going to repeat what I said, but Sam knows how much respect I have for the goalkeeping position. That there's no team that's won the big things with an average goalkeeper. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's just not in the history of football. It's just not. Don't care how you rate them and stuff like that. It's just not happening. And I need my goalkeeper to have a quiet game and then the 96-minute put off a world-class save to win 1-0. You know
That's
what
Alisson does every single
exactly.
time.
You know what I said about Alisson in 2021. You know how much respect.
Yeah. Alisson was unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. But even like
I know what Andrew's saying because the one that will understand what I'm saying in the recent history is Martin. We were playing Brighton at Anfield. Brighton's first shot on target was a Glenn Murray header in the 86th minute. Alisson made a fantastic save. Alisson was asleep for 86 minutes. The ball didn't even get to him, but he made that save. And you need to have an even higher level of concentration to need to make 1 save per game, 2 saves per game than having consistent shots at you. You know, that's the thing. And I think that takes like an even higher level of concentration. The thing that I will say about like this Chelsea Arsenal situation, TJ got the Gyokeres thing. Why do you think I'm saying something crazy? Tell me.
What part are you talking about? Oh, Gyokeres Pedro. Just look at how he's performed in the Champions League and how he's performed. He's scored like 90 goals over the past 2 seasons. And the reason I say this and I think it's a little bit crazy is because I think he is the key that Arsenal have been missing in the 9 position. We need a finisher. We need a gunman. We need we need a baller there. And I think with the players around him, he'll be able to do even more. Obviously, I think there's going to be an adjustment period, but I still think that saying Joao Pedro is going to be better than him when you've seen the examples from the past 2 to 3 seasons that Gyokeres is way better of a finisher. He's shown that he can do it in the Champions League, whereas Pedro, you haven't seen if he can do that yet. Yeah, he balled out in the Club World Cup, but let's see what he does in the Prem. That's why I think that it's a little bit less likely. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh on you on that take, but I think that it's more likely that Gyokeres finishes above him.
Here's the thing, right? All of us only watch Joao Pedro twice normally when he plays our clubs, right? But for Brighton, he was everything. He was creator, goal scorer when he could, and stuff like that. I don't think he has. I think most of that stuff will be taken off his hands in terms of that having to start everything, like he would do at Brighton. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. My thing about Gyokeres is Arteta going to change his style of play, or is he going to try and force Gyokeres into this style of play of last season?
Yeah, he can't. He can't.
That's the question.
I'm just saying, and I don't know. Listen, you on paper you wouldn't back Joao Pedro to outscore Gyokeres, given what Gyokeres has done for the past 2 years, especially in Portugal and Champions League and stuff like that. But I think everyone, even myself, will be pleasantly surprised about. I think we're going to see a different Joao Pedro than we've ever seen him at Brighton. I think we're just going to see him more. Little glimpses of what we've seen in the Club World Cup. I think we're just going to, because he won't have to be the main facilitator at all at Chelsea. He's got other players for that. So I'm not saying he's going to be the top scorer or anything like that. I just think he's going to be totally different. I mean, you can just see the link up with Palmer already. Palmer's just like, you can see Palmer's body language is totally different with him than it is with Nicholas Jackson. You know,
Yeah.
it's just totally different, and we'll have to wait and see. But you know, it's just fascinating. That's what I said earlier about all the teams having weaknesses and strengths and stuff like that. There's question marks over all 4 teams going into it. There's maybe less question marks in some of the teams, but there's still like question marks in all of them. But it'd be fascinating to see.
Now, can I ask? I want to ask you a question.
Ask.
Does Gyokeres make the players around him in the Arsenal squad better? I think with him up top, there's going to be a lot more confidence, and he's going to be taking the pressure off the likes of Saka and Odegaard in terms of where the teams are going to be concentrating. Like I think in the 9, a lot of people didn't really take Kai Havertz seriously because he didn't need to be marked that hard. I mean, he created space, but he couldn't finish. Martinelli was garbage last season. Trossard was garbage whenever he started a game last season. But I think he elevates Odegaard and Saka. What do you think?
I don't think Gyokeres makes the people around him better. I think Gyokeres is just a much better striker than Kai Havertz, and he will score goals, and he's going to outscore Joao Pedro. When I say the thing about Joao Pedro, I will never make the claim that Joao Pedro is going to score more goals than Gyokeres. Never. That's never my claim. I just think Joao Pedro is going to have a lot more assists than Gyokeres. He's going to be a lot more involved in the ball than Gyokeres. He's going to allow his wingers to score more goals. That's the thing. That's why playing Palmer on the right actually makes sense now. You have to play Palmer right wing, but you need a goal-scoring left winger as well. You need a goal-scoring left winger as well who does that at Chelsea. But he will make the players around him better. He will make the players around him better, and that's the thing for me. Now, in terms of Gyokeres, Gyokeres is the opposite because Gyokeres is like a Haaland, you know. It's not about making people.
I think he's going to be the gunman for you.
Yeah, but we've had players.
I would say that if you get Eze.
We've had 9s that have dropped deep before, and it's just so pragmatic and hasn't worked for us to get us over the line in the past. So that's why I'm really excited to have somebody that plays more forward.
I know what you're talking about, but at the end of the day, look, I think the whole team plays for Gyokeres. So the concept next season is going to be like, okay, guys, we're going to make sure that at the end of every attack, Gyokeres has a chance to score a goal.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that like he makes the people around him better. I think to make the people around you better and allow you to put the balls in the back of the net, I think what Joao Pedro does is more suitable to that. You know, so like let's say Joao Pedro had Saka on the right and on the left, I don't know, like Rodrygo, let's say, right? Let's say that was the team. Saka would proceed to score a lot more goals, and Rodrygo would score a lot more goals playing with them.
But that's why I was like, that's why it's fascinating what Arteta does. Does he change? Does he change his style of play to suit?
He has to.
He has. I think he has to. Or does
he has to.
He has to.
I know. We all know he has to. But does Arteta know he has to? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the thing.
If he doesn't, then I think it's as clear as day. If he doesn't get it done with this group of players in their prime, like he's the only consistent throughout this entire process.
I agree.
So he has to go if he doesn't get it done this season. We have so many players in their prime. We're bringing in players that we've been crying out for, that we've been linked for the last 2 years. We're finally getting them over the line, moving like a big club. He has been the only consistent. If we don't win a trophy this season, he has to go. Has to.
I just think you finish top 4 again. I think your board's fine.
Probably.
I was going to say this about Chelsea. I think it's tough to call. I think maybe Arsenal can finish above Chelsea. I think Chelsea domestically and in the Champions League will go further than Arsenal. That's what I think.
So you think finish above, basically?
No, I said Arsenal could probably finish above them in the Premier League. But I think Chelsea can win. It's not a cop out. I think Chelsea can win domestic. They can win a domestic trophy.
I give Arsenal the other one.
No, I mean but think about it this way: if Arsenal finished above Chelsea, but Chelsea win a domestic trophy, and let's say go higher in the Champions League, they had a better season than them. If Arsenal don't win anything, so I'm quote unquote saying that I think Chelsea can technically have a better season than them by lifting silverware, whereas in the league. I mean, if Arsenal are second or third and Chelsea are fourth, it's like, okay, they finished above them. But I think Chelsea can win a domestic trophy this year. And in the Champions League too, let's just talk about the Champions League real quick. Bar PSG and Barcelona, what teams should Chelsea be scared of? Nobody.
I think Liverpool are ahead of us.
Liverpool, yeah. Okay, sorry. Liverpool. Bar Liverpool, Chelsea, and Liverpool, PSG, and Barcelona. What other team should Chelsea be scared of?
Probably put City
I don't
up.
think they should be scared of Man City, to be honest. I don't think
No?
they
Okay.
should. I think they
I'm
can
not saying
go
I'm not
toe-to-toe
saying
with them.
scared. I'm not saying scared, but probably put City up there.
You ain't scared of Man City, Andrew? Are you mad?
No, that's what I said. No, Shik said we shouldn't be. I said I'd put City ahead of us.
But listen to my logic on this, though.
Tell me.
In a one-off game, they just beat the best team in Europe. In a one-off game, they just beat the best team in Europe. Not only was it a narrow win, they slapped him. They slapped him up.
Mhm.
PSG didn't have a chance in that game. So if I'm Chelsea, I'm saying we're not scared of nobody like that. We just slapped up the best team in Europe, which, by the way, this PSG team was beating a lot of the big teams left and right, not even conceding a single goal against them. They destroyed Real Madrid. They destroyed Atletico Madrid. They destroyed Inter. They were destroying teams left and right. And when it came to that final hurdle, when they needed to play Chelsea, and all Chelsea did, by the way, was play to their weaknesses. That's all they did. They knew they could match up well with them in that midfield, which is what they did. In terms of their wingers like Palmer, all that type of stuff, they went up against Hakimi, went up against Nuno Mendes. Yes, I know Pacho was injured, which was a big miss for PSG, but they played to their weaknesses and they matched up well against them. And I think Chelsea can do that in Europe against a lot of the bigger teams.
I know what you said about.
The problem is it's not one-off game. That is.
Yeah, I know it's not a one. Yeah, I get that, but I just think that based off of that result, I don't think Chelsea should be afraid of a lot of the teams.
See, that's the problem for me. Too many people look at one-off results. So am I supposed to say Al Hilal are a better team than City because the beat is in a one-off game?
No, well, no, I'm not trying to say that. Well, obviously,
If City played Al Hilal in the second leg, they would have won like 5-0.
Yeah, I get that. But I think based off of what we've seen from Chelsea so far and what we've seen from Maresca so far and cup competitions itself, I don't think Chelsea should be afraid of a lot of teams. And I mentioned a lot of the teams right now.
You realize City slapped them up quite a lot last year.
Okay, but that's like saying we beat you guys in an FA Cup final a couple of years ago too. That
I know, but that's
anything.
what I'm saying. So I don't think you got to remember it is what it is. Yeah, it was a final, but let's be honest, it was a glorified pre-season tournament. That's what it was.
It wasn't mine, but all teams were going hard for it. So it wasn't.
Yeah, they're all teams, including your team. Including your team. Your team went hard for it.
No, we weren't. We didn't play the same 11 one game. We didn't play the same formation in any back-to-back game.
Right.
We were on the beach playing volleyball for 3/4 of it. Come on.
To be fair, half the fan base celebrated when they got eliminated. So, like, how seriously were they taking?
You got to realize people in the UK
Yeah,
did not flying tom tit about that competition. And if Chelsea won it. But honestly, you'd have asked a lot of Chelsea fans if they'd have gone out of it. They wouldn't have been asked. It's because they won it. Now it becomes
well, that's just an
no, but that's just saying if buts and maybes if they didn't win and this and that.
That's just an English thing.
But I've always said that. Andrew, I've said that it is an English thing. English fans have never been asked about the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Not a big thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, let's say if City had won the Club World Cup, a lot of City fans would be sitting here. No, but you would have been sitting here saying, "Oh, this is good for all the players who've just come into the club. They've won something, so they can now go on in the next of this upcoming season and try to win a Premier League."
No, because Chelsea have had no rest now. The league is literally about starting. What?
That's
3
one
weeks?
of the.
They've had no rest.
That's the other big thing. That's why when you said Shik about winning like a domestic cup, I'm quite happy for Maresca to fully rotate in the League Cup and something like that and give these players.
I'll be honest, putting like Chelsea on City level is mad. Like I think
I'm not putting them on their level.
Okay, I think City and Liverpool are safely above Chelsea and Arsenal.
I was talking about the league too.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, let's say if we were to put tiers, right? A star is Liverpool and City. A is Chelsea and Arsenal. That's how I would say.
Okay, but you're talking about the league, though, Sam, aren't you? You're talking about.
No, I'm talking.
You never asked me whether City would finish above Chelsea. I would tell you City would finish above Chelsea.
I'll tell you the difference in a Champions League scenario, right? Let's say Chelsea are playing Barcelona in the quarterfinal of a Champions League. Chelsea have Maresca, Stamford Bridge, blah blah blah. In the first leg, let's say they win 2-1. right?
Mm.
You go away now to the Camp Nou. You've got someone like
24-0.
Hansi Flick who can make adjustments, who could do all this. If your logic is in a Champions League final, it would be a one-off game and they could beat anyone. I agree. But in order to get to the final, it's not one-off games. It's 2 legs and then 2 legs and then 2 legs again, and then in the end, it's a one-off game. So that's what I'll say.
Yeah, but
No,
then you can take a lot of examples. Just for an example, PSG versus Liverpool first leg. You won 1-0. Yes, they were peppering you, but going into that tie as well, everyone had Liverpool winning. No one had PSG going through, and then
True.
PSG played the way that they did at Anfield, out of all places. So that's my point: is that anything can happen. Because you talk about this all the time. Elements of chaos. I think Chelsea are capable. This team is capable of producing elements of chaos. Having that element.
I have Arsenal above City in the title race because
Whoa, really?
I do, because I think City are
Why?
vulnerable. I think City are vulnerable.
Yeah, and people don't want to talk about City's defense.
I think
because
they
City's
don't
defense
have they don't have a right back, and I think Aït-Nouri is crap defensively. I think you can get at him all day. I saw Madueke rip him to shreds in 2 games last
Okay,
season.
you want to know something on that note? Let me just read these supers and
And
then
I
let's just
love
talk
this.
about. Let me just talk about the title race
I
next
just-
season.
And I've heard about
Because
Andy
Andrew's cooking up a madness. So you wanna know something? Let me just read these, and then after this, we'll just talk about the title race next season because Andrew's cooking up something. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. Please do hit the like button to subscribe. خلاص يعني every stream I have to tell you, just close the live chat and like the video. يا أخي, it's a free button. No one asking for money. You get me? Send in those super chats. If you know, you know. Big up to West Coast, who says the funniest thing about this is how Newcastle fans are trying to force a rivalry with us. The amount of gaslighting over the last 24 hours by rivals who are making the claim that Ekitike and Isak could play in the same fucking team is the funniest shit ever. The funny part is if we don't get Isak but we get Ekitike, I'm still fucking happy because I really like Ekitike. And he's an unbelievable upgrade on Darwin Núñez. My issue is you sit here and you tell me Newcastle are going to play a 4-4-2. Newcastle are going to play Ekitike back up to Isak. Oh, yeah. Hi, Ekitike. By the way, Frankfurt are in the Champions League. Come sit on the bench for Isak. Oh, I'm sure he's going to say yes. Come on, man. Big up to Todd Miller, who says, I agree 100%. Chelsea is better than Arsenal, is what Miller is saying. Hey, big up, Todd. We'll speak about it now next. The title race conversation, I think, is very interesting. Big up to Jack, who says, hate the idea. When would you be concerned about Saka new contract? Saliba wouldn't be bad. Saka devastating. Love the channel and banter. Thank you. When would you be concerned about Saka's new contract, TJ?
When did he sign it? The 4-year one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what year is he on? Doesn't he have a year and another 2 years left?
I don't know. If he's,
I gotta look. I don't have that on the top off the top of my head.
He should be looking to sign with 2 years left. You should be talking to him 2 years left.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not. He's not gonna leave. Like if that's the question, he's not gonna leave. He'll sign either this season or next, another extension. I don't see unless we fall off the table in a big way, and I don't see that happening because Arteta plays way too pragmatic, and this is what I hate about this manager is that he'll play good enough to keep these players interested in believing in the system and get us right to the edge there, and then won't take the risk that it takes to actually get us over the line. But yeah, I'm not worried about Saka re-signing. Not at all.
Hell no. Chelsea's defense isn't as good. They're one Reece James injury away from being finished, and their attack isn't scary either. Andrew, you have a response to this?
Reece James has been the most fit he's been in the last 3 years under Maresca and his medical team. So, and he seems to play more in midfield than right back anyway. So what are we talking about? Do you know what I mean? So, you know, and
big up to you.
No,
big up
to rather, I would still get another centre back. I'm not entirely happy with the defence. It's got better, but I would still get another centre back because the options after are not the best. You know what I mean? So
I hear you. What a humble host is Hussam. We're about to have Salah, Wirtz, Isak, Rodrygo in our attack. Yeah, I'm being humble. I'm a nice guy. Sometimes you have to let the others talk about their life, you know? It's not just about me every time. Let the other clubs talk.
Diluted super chats I've ever seen.
Here we go. Hussam's number one hater. Hussam's number one hater. Just because I call him Trevor Phillips. Grow your beard and you'll see it.
I just got this trimmed up, by the way. Just got this trimmed up. I wasn't going to grow it out. Come on now.
I think you'd look a lot better with a longer beard, actually.
I think I would look more like Trevor Phillips if I had the longer beard.
Such a lie. Do you guys do you think there is a possibility where you sign Garnacho, Andrew?
Only if it was some type of weird loan deal, not like 60 million. It wouldn't, not a chance. But I honestly, that would just, he doesn't offer any. I don't know what he does.
He doesn't offer anything.
I seriously don't know what he's. I seriously don't know what he's good at. If he hadn't scored that, Sam, if he hadn't scored that bicycle kick goal against Everton, what would he be actually remember? What would he be known for? do you know what I mean? I think he does. It just makes no sense from. It makes no sense to me. It's illogical. It doesn't improve anything, like you said. We need like a goal scoring wide person. It doesn't improve our goal scoring whatsoever. You know what I mean? So in fact,
But Sam just hates Arsenal. City defense is shit, is what Brandon is saying. I don't hate Arsenal. I hate Chelsea actually. You know,
we
because
hate City. We hate City more than Arsenal.
And I hate Man United. That's who I hate. Jack's previous comment was, "What's Chelsea's record against Arsenal?" I know Chelsea haven't beaten Arsenal in a while. 2018 was it?
Yeah, 2018 was the last one.
No, 2021.
No, it was 2021. It was 2021, like third game of the season.
James.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, sorry.
Remember Lukaku Reece James?
I mean, I meant at Stamford Bridge. Sorry, Stamford Bridge is 2018.
More worried about next season, Saka 2-year mark, is what Jack's saying.
Oh, is it next season? Or is it? Oh, sorry, is it the end of next season? It's the 2-year mark. I believe.
Fairs. Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, please. Every single one of you guys. Like and subscribe. And let's just talk about this. Because I see Martin responding in the comments. So instead of much responding in the comments, I want him to unpack this here. About this whole title race next season. Obviously, you heard the crazy opinions of Andrew and the guys.
I heard City's defence is crap, even though we conceded.
Talk to me. Talk to the people. Go ahead.
Never mind. We're a bunch of crap. Listen, I get it.
I didn't say crap. I just said wrong.
It's recency bias, is what it is. We had
someone has a crazy noise of a fan or some shit. I don't know.
It's recency biased. Of course it is. Listen, if you want to write off Ruben Diaz, you want to write off Josko Gavardio, etc., do that. I ain't bothered. Listen, I like being the underdog. Work me as the underdog. We've not been the underdog in 10 years, so make me the underdog at your peril. Stick everyone above us. I don't mind it. But this thing of we're finished with this. The last time this happened, we came back and slapped everybody.
Yeah. Who's got a Hoover on?
Someone else.
Shik,
now the thing is, now people on about our midfield. You can get Rodri back. You've got Ballon d'Or midfielder there. Yeah, you've got Reinders, you've got Cherky, Foden, Bernardo. But listen, Gundo's going to probably leave. You know, Cobber, probably go in the background. You've got Nico Gonzalez, you've got Oman Mamouche, you've got so many damn players that we've got going forward. So this thing, I think, is a little bit of hopium. Yes, do I think we need to make one or two signings? Yeah, probably a goalkeeper.
But you haven't got a right back, right? You need a right back.
But we won the league without a left back for 8 years, Andrew. You know that.
No, I know that. But you always had like a.
We won the league with Zinchenko at left back and Fabian Delph at left back.
Yeah.
If anyone does it,
you had Cole Walker there, didn't you, for many years? You know what I mean? He was.
Yeah. Of course we did. But it depends what you want from people. Are talking about what you want is. We've got Kushinov, we've got Hayes, we've got John Stones. If you can get him in for 5-10 games a season fit, you've got Akanji, you've got Diaz, you've got Gabardio, Ain't Nora. God, I've missed loads out as well. We have got people. I don't know where this. I get it. People are looking at what could have been, and I see it a lot in my own fan base. They want to sell loads of players and bring loads of other players in.
Yeah.
And I get it, and Kevin De Bruyne was coming to the end, which you could see that last season. He was a wonderful player, but he was coming to the end. And that is a simple fact. Is Phil Foden started off the season, or was in Club World Cup, the pre-season part. The guy looked like a brand new player again. He looked like he sorted his problems out. He's got over his injuries, got over his health issues, which thankfully has now been made public. You know, with him dealing with his mother's issues and his brother's issues with his autism, etc. He was glad that eventually he's got that sorted. Oman Mamouche is bedded in. You've got Kushinov that we can bring in, Victor Hayes we can bring in. The future is bright. If we don't, do I think we're challenged for the league? 100%. I think we finish in the top 3, top 2 next season. Whether we win the league, I don't know. I don't know whether we do.
Anyone rolling City out of a title race is mental to begin with and needs their head checked. I just said that's what we're all about, opinions. I just think.
Oh yeah, no, listen. Yeah. I understand people have been, I see it in my own fan base, Andrew. We're crap with this, with that, we're finished, and it generally comes from the same people.
I do hate that term.
You know who I mean, because they're having a meltdown because we got beat by Al Hilal. Yeah, it's like Hussam. It's like the Liverpool fan base having a 25-day meltdown because Plymouth Argyle knocked them out the FA Cup. I didn't see them having a meltdown over it in one-off games.
I was busy celebrating a league title. I was completely fine.
Do you know what the scary thing is? Look at that Al Hilal game. It was actually the best we've attacked in a long, long time. We created 34 chances.
It was.
You
should have been out of sight. Should have been out of sight after.
We should have been 5 up by half time and gone out of that game.
Yeah,
I've got a goalkeeper who's having decided he wants to go and make it a worldie all of a sudden, and the goalkeeper at our end just didn't want to save anything. So
some of the saves Bono made was unbelievable. Like some of the saves he made,
top quality.
What do I do? I've got Haaland trying to shoot. The ball's coming off the line. The goal is pulling off worldies. Doku can't put an header in from probably half a yard out. What am I supposed to do at that point? I just go, you know what? It's not our day. We move on.
We all have to remember that we're talking right now with just the squads assembled. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to wait. We have to wait until the
Andrew, as things stand, let me ask you a question, and everyone as well. Before we discuss it, just give me just straight up answer, and then we'll discuss it without telling me why, right? Name me right now in order your top 4 next season, from 1st to 4th. Tell me, without explaining anything, and then we'll talk about it.
I have. Put me on the spot now.
Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea.
TJ, what's yours?
It depends on business still, so I don't want to get clipped up for this, but Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea.
Martin, what's yours? Just as things stand.
You're asking me on the 16th of July.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Pending.
Afraid of getting clipped up.
As things stand, have we got top 5 again next year? Is it top 4?
Yeah, but I'm saying, listen, forget the race for 5th. I'm just
saying, the 5th.
All our clubs is better than everyone else. Let's be serious.
Liverpool City right now. Liverpool City, Arsenal, Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Andrew. Just fucking This is July 19th. No one's gonna clip you.
July 19th.
July 5th. It's July 15th.
It'll be all over social media by tomorrow, Andrew.
Yeah. I got Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City.
What have you got? What was yours? Again?
Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City.
Oh, he's got his 4th.
But I mean,
because I had because I didn't even have a minute.
But I close, not like distance like it was like this top 4 race. I'm talking close.
I'll tell you mine.
Like very close.
I'm gonna go Arsenal, City.
You're such
Chelsea,
a fraud.
Liverpool. What are the other?
You're such a fraud, bro.
What
Here we go. This
Leopard
guy.
in the
Such a
tree.
fraud.
Leopard in the
Such a
tree.
fraud.
Crab leopard
Such
in
a
the tree
fraud.
right now.
I'll tell
Such a
you
fraud.
what,
Find Wirtz and they finish fourth.
He's already running that leopard in a tree
What
BS
are they
in
up to,
July.
like-
Drop me out, man.
Don't give me the
Liverpool are
leopard.
the
No,
underdog.
don't start the leopard. Admit your favourites from now. Don't give me
Okay,
the
I'll
leopard.
give you
Yes.
my honest prediction. Okay, no bullshit, no bullshit. Tell you my honest prediction. Liverpool, City. I still go Arsenal, Chelsea. I put Arsenal just slightly above
Do you know?
Chelsea.
Do you know my
Yeah,
thing with
slightly.
Chelsea?
Slightly.
Because it's as things stand. But if Chelsea just sign a goal-scoring left winger, I genuinely will have a different approach.
I think
I
we
just
just signed.
don't
I
know
think
what
we
you
signed.
think you're gonna do,
Please
Sam.
understand, bro. Let's fucking be serious now, right?
I
This
think we signed a
Gittins or
goalkeeper.
fuck you playing left wing is not gonna solve the problem. It's just not.
I think we just need to sign a goalkeeper would improve our chances.
I'll know. See, this is where I disagree. I'm sorry. You went about our defense. I don't think yours is that great.
I think City are the closest to us.
I really
right
don't
now.
think your defense is that great. Cucurella and bloody Chalobah. You go in like that, Jesus.
Cucurella's the best left back in the world. What are you talking about? He's proved it.
You couldn't
Proved
defend his whatever paper bag, Andrew. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I don't know
Really
about
not
that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that at all.
He's pocketed every
Yeah,
right wing.
Cucurella
No,
is-
he didn't. I
He's
watched
one of
us
the best left
destroy
backs in the
you
world.
twice.
We didn't destroy him twice. That's
Yes, we
didn't
did.
pocket
Yes,
Salah.
Hey, Andrew, go back to the Etihad. Only what 7 weeks ago, we slapped
He
you up
literally
like
had a
the
goal and an
bitch
assist.
that you
against me.
were.
Pocket my ass.
We pocketed you all over the ship. Mamouche had a field day with you. Come on.
one
Okay.
One game. You can
Ireland's lobbing your goalie from 20 yards out.
Well, that's that. Listen, that's Bob Sanchez. I've talked about him before.
Nah.
Okay, before we
sorry,
talk about
I don't
Sanchez,
rate
wait,
defense.
because we're going down a rabbit hole. So myself, Martin, and Shik have Liverpool first, City second, correct?
Yes. I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay, TJ has Arsenal second. Andrew has Arsenal second, but Andrew don't even have City in the top four.
No, I have City in top four. Mine doesn't.
I'm
have
sorry,
Chelsea.
Martin don't even
Martin
have
doesn't have Chelsea in the top four.
Oh, yeah, Martin don't have Chelsea in the top.
No, because
Explain that. Take.
I think Chelsea need a goalie and they need another centre back. You need a
I
proper
said that though,
centre-back
Martin.
and a
I
goalie.
did say that, Martin. I did say we need a goal in a centre back. I did say we need a goal in a centre back.
Yeah, if
but
you get a
we-
goalie and a centre back, then they'll make top four. Yeah.
I just think the goalkeeper's just like the biggest concern for me because he's a bozo. Do you know what I mean? He's just a bozo, absolute bozo. I wouldn't even trust him as number two. You know, I don't rate him. I just don't rate him. You know, he's on a par with Banana for me. Do you know what I mean? In terms of I don't rate him. He caps what the team can do. If we don't replace the goalkeeper, he caps what the team can do. Because there's always going to be something in the back of your mind going, is he gonna roll it out just for the fun of it? Do you know what I mean? Is he gonna be late kicking it? Is he gonna catch something? Is he gonna not save it?
The window has to be genuinely from when I first started doing YouTube 4 years ago, March 2021 till this day. Has to be the most interesting transfer window I've ever
That's what I'm
fucking
saying.
reported on my whole life. I have never been like so invested in everyone as well, other than my club too. Like I'm just watching what everyone does. Like where are they going with this? I'm just trying to scout the ops a little bit. We all know clubs like Spurs and United at this moment in time from the Big Six shouldn't worry me. I'm not worried about Newcastle. I think it's way too much for them 2 games a week. I still think they need to improve their squad. By the way, Newcastle fans don't realize this. I'm not even bullshitting. Selling Isak is actually better for them in terms of improving the overall squad. I thought the same thing when we sold Coutinho. I was heartbroken, and then we got Alisson and Van Dijk, and we're like, oh shit, like there's a world after Coutinho. And then the thing is with City. There's this bald bastard that has ruined my life. He goes by the name of
he's
Pep
the
Guardiola.
X Factor.
You can never ever fucking disrespect Pep. You can never, if there's one fucking manager in the planet you can't disrespect, it's Pep Guardiola. So I just know that he ain't gonna fuck it up for another season. City might not win the league. I believe, and all 5 of us have agreed.
He's not going through a divorce anymore, Sam. That's
Yes,
winning.
all 5 of us have
You
said
had
Liverpool
your
will win the
season
league.
last year.
But if you tell me right now, okay, let's say one club is going to get 100 points and the other club is going to get 98. I'll say Liverpool first, City second. That's how I would think about it, because I just know that like Pep is capable if someone's capable of fixing this like mess thing up, it is City. Chelsea and Arsenal still have answers to, like, questions to answer. The thing with Arsenal is very interesting scenario, very interesting. They might completely do a 180-degree turn, but the problem for Arsenal is the following: their start to the season is actually so fucking shit that they really need to get results on immediately. And I've said this. You don't know the problem for Arsenal right now. Arteta is in such a pressure cooker situation now. He has to deliver. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. Listen, Pep doesn't win the league this season. Who gives a fuck? He won 6 and 7. Slot doesn't win the league this season, even with Isak or whoever. But let's say we win the Champions League, people wouldn't say, oh my God, sack Slot. The problem with Arsenal is no one gives a fuck. They could sign like TJ. They still need to win the league or the Champions League. I'm being genuinely like, guys, I swear I'm not even like exaggerating. Arsenal are in a position now where no one gives a fuck anymore. Like the excuses have completely dried out. No one cares. Whatever your excuse is, no one gives a fuck.
Certain people will find excuses. Certain people will find excuses. Not to interrupt, but certain people will find excuses.
Yeah, they will find excuses.
And you already gave them an excuse that, oh, the start of the season is really tough. Are you kidding me? We play every team twice. And you could also argue like the teams that we play in the first 5 games we usually beat or at least draw against. It's the Brightons and the Bournemouths that I'm worried about.
I want you to respond, but I'm saying it for a different reason. All it's gonna take is Arsenal 1, Man United 1, first match day. All it takes is just one draw, and there's immediate meltdown.
Yeah, it'll be a meltdown. For sure.
Directly.
Everyone's having the trouble is everyone's in defense mode at the minute. We're July the 5th, 16th, and everyone's, you're slagging. If you say Arsenal are going to win, the Arsenal fans get all triggered. Chelsea, they've just become world champs. They're going to get triggered. Liverpool are obviously where Liverpool are. City are because they're coming off last season. Listen, we will not know where anyone fully is till about, I don't even think October, November is going to be away.
Yeah,
I mean this title, because the thing is, City didn't lose a game till November last year.
That's true. But I also think they're the most.
This is the crazy situation. Is we went 1 in 14.
Yeah,
and
I'm so fucking
most seasons we'd be 14th.
I'm so excited.
I think they're the most. I think those City. I think City are fascinating to see how, because they've been so Kevin De Bruyne centric for like, the past like. Well, that just says Liverpool. I've told Newcastle they intend to do a record bid. It's still on. By the way, if Newcastle accept 120 million, you're fools. Make them pay 150 upwards. That's what you need to do.
Facts.
You know something, Andrew? I'll just
say as much as you can.
I'll just say this before we end the stream. You don't know the problem.
Yeah.
When Hussam says verbatim, exactly. Can I just show you guys something? Because I'm
obviously that will only be sent. Hang on.
I am tired of being disrespected. I'm so tired of being disrespected. I don't know if it's the accent or whatever. Let me just show you what I said verbatim yesterday. Yeah, watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. Yeah, just watch. It's just 30 seconds again. I'm literally gonna end the stream after. Okay. Vagabond says, "Do you rate Robert Sanchez? You guys, no one rates Robert Sanchez.
Get out.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here, man. Get out of it.
Big up everyone. Isak feelings. We are ready. You don't know what it is, you guys, because like. I think Andrew has probably seen me the longest out of any of you guys here. So that's why he probably know what I'm saying. Like I literally I'm not an ITK or anything, but when I know something, I tell the people. Watch what I said. This was like literally 24 hours before. But because it's fucking Fabrizio, everyone twerks for it. But when it's Don Hussam, because I'm from the Middle East, is it a color thing? You frauds. No one believes me. Watch this. Just listen to this. Yeah, verbatim what happened today. He will tell you that Hussam is saying the truth. Watch. This is let me tell you exactly what's happening with the Liverpool striker scenario. I promise you, if I had Michael Edwards next to me right now, he will tell you that Hussam is saying the truth. If I had Michael Edwards next to me right now, he'll tell you Hussam is saying the truth. This is exactly what's going to happen. Liverpool are going to push to sign Isak in this short-term future. We are going to try to sign Alexander Isak. We will ask the player. We will ask the club. We will go for it. If Isak says he wants to stay at Newcastle or Newcastle United want 150 million, our backup plan is Ekitike.
Yeah.
Verbatim, what happened today?
But
But when it's Fabrizio Bomba, oh, Fabrizio, Spaghetti Mafia. But when it's Hussam Bomba,
you
no one
need
says
your own.
anything.
You need your own catchphrase.
Fair enough, Hassan.
That's what you
Fair
need.
enough.
Your own transfer. You need your own transfer
Told
thing.
your asses, man. Told your asses. Listen, by the way,
But Sam,
even if we don't get
I'm
Isak, we get Ekitike. Ekitike is literally Timu Isak. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm
Sam, can I ask you a question? A total
Ask me.
side note. Because I know you like to wear it to cause opposite luck. Did you wear a blue blazer during the hate along the other day to try and bring PSG back into?
Anyway,
the match?
guys, Andrew's cutting out. We're gonna wrap up the stream here. We're gonna end the stream here. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Mancunian Way, Shik
Keep on the
TV.
blue blazer.
The Winter the Surfer is on Casual FC, so make sure you guys go subscribe to him as well. This stream is going to take you over to TJ Warren TV. He's doing the American Waffle tonight. I'll be tuning in as well. I love watching Waffle. Hit the like button, guys, on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Go subscribe to all these guys' channels. You get me. Andrew's just cutting out. I don't hear what he says. Love you all. And
Blue blazer. Blue blazer.
peace out. Bye bye.
Blue
Bye bye.
blazer,
Andrew's
yeah.
cutting. His mic is moving mad.
Slot out.